Good morning, my friends, again. Good morning, my students. Nice to be with you again. Okay, today we'll complete talking about the economic, development. That's it. Last lesson, I think we talked about the economic sectors. Okay, today it will be different. Okay, now in your country, how can we judge that this country has strong economy or not? That's it. This is what do we call it? Economic indicators. What do you mean by economic indicators? Okay, the indicators that refer that this country has a strong economy or not comparing with other countries. Look, let's read the introduction now, then go down, talk about these indicators. Global Human Development, which is prepared annually by the UNDP, adopted a lot of economic indicators functioning for the possibility of achievement or non-achievement of development. Of course, these indicators, every this organization UNDP adopted every year to refer that the economy for a country is moving forward or backward. Okay, and this is what they mean by possibility of achievement or non-achievement of development. Okay, my friends, now let's begin with these indicators. The first one, the gross domestic product for capita. The whole domestic product in the per capita of gross domestic product rate is bigger than the rate of population growth. Thus, the country achieved economic growth. Oh, look at this. If what the country produces is more than the needs of their population, that means what? We have what? An economic growth for that country. That we means that we will not import anything from outside. Okay, if your country doesn't import anything from outside to its population, that means we have the gross domestic product per capita. Okay, this is the first indicator. The second indicator, poverty line. Please, what does poverty line mean? What does it mean? If you have any question, yeah, it's related to poor people. We can, if you know the poor, that means poverty line. It's usually resorted to the poverty line indicator to determine the percentage of the population living on less than $1 or $2 a day. Oh, some people, their daily income, okay, is less than $1 or $2 a day. In case the country has been able to reduce the number of poor people in society, thus it's considered a proof of the success of the development. Okay, so what does this mean? If any country has the ability to reduce the number of poor people, okay, that means this country is what? Has a good economy and it has a good economic system. And this is why some countries, if you go outside, okay, the number of poor people is minimized because the country provides them with many things. Okay, so this is the second indicator. Then gonna number one, don't forget the gross domestic product. What does that mean? If your country depends on itself on producing everything and doesn't need to import anything from outside to its population or people, that means it has a strong economy and it has an economic growth. Number two, poverty line, to reduce the number of the people who needs what? Who are poor or yes, or needs help from their country. Let's go to number three now. Or before that, FYI, for your information, poverty is defined as what? As the inability to obtain a minimum of basic human needs such as food, housing, drinking water, health, and education. Please, this is very important. This is very important. What do you mean by poverty again? The inability to obtain a minimum of basic human needs such as food, housing, drinking water, health, and education. Of course, You can, if you want to paraphrase it in your own words, no problem. Okay, but this is very important. This definition is very important. Okay, my friends? Okay, let's go down. National income. Oh, number three of the indicators is the national income. What does national income mean? Take a look, please. You have 1 minute. Take a look. Okay, my friend, I think you have now an idea about this. So, national income, it means what do the citizens of that country make for their country from investment, okay, or the economist. Look at this word. It is the revenues that come to the country by economists and investors who hold the nationality of this country. What do you mean by who hold? That they are citizens, okay, whether they live in this country or abroad. يعني لأن for example, let's take an example. Saudi Arabia, we have Rajhi Banking, okay, investments, okay. He is a Saudi, and mashallah, he is one of the strongest economists in Saudi Arabia. Let's take another. There are many investors and economists in Saudi Arabia, whether they work inside Saudi Arabia or outside. These or those economists will provide their country with what? With a strong, or they will support their country's economy with this, with strong listen power and strong finance and so on, whether they live here or not. The criterion that determines the value of national income is the nationality of an economist or an investor. Oh, this is very important. The criterion that determines the value of national income is the nationality of an economist or an investor. How is this? If they live in this country and don't hold its nationality, the investment is no longer part of the national income. This is why each country now, let's talk about Saudi Arabia. They are planning and they are encouraging investors to come to Saudi Arabia, and they are okay, I think they are planning to give them like the Saudi nationality, or many ways to encourage them to stay, because let's say that maybe I will have investors in Saudi Arabia, they will stay for 2 or 3 years, then they leave the country, so they will make trouble in this country. So this is one of the ways is to encourage these investors or economists, and maybe some countries like Jordan, Egypt, they give investors and economists from outside the nationality of their countries, okay, to just to encourage them. Some countries rely heavily on this type of income in specific or remittances from abroad, especially if this remittance is related to a hard currency that is available largely within that country. Okay, my friend. So this is the third. We are talking about now about what? Don't forget the economic indicators. Again, we have the gross domestic product, poverty line, and number three, the national income. These indicators will help anyone to judge that this country has a strong economy or not, okay, or thing. That's it. Look, this is the per capita and so on. Yeah, development in this and this, okay, suitable, sustainable, and so on. That's it. So I think here, why does each country finally, we will end here. Why does each country is trying to have a strong economy? They are looking for many reasons. Number one, raise living standards of population, provide basic services, increase the per capita of national income, increase production and diversity goods. Okay, my friends, by this, inshallah, we finish the first lesson for this week. Inshallah, next week we will go to the second part, or lesson 2, in unit 7. Okay, see you then. And but please again, reread the lesson 1, reread lesson 1, because we may have online quiz about this. Okay, and we will make a revision about this. Okay, see you then and take care. Bye.